Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Serious. Let's talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. So today, Bitcoin pushed as high as $114,850, and yesterday's daily candle closed green, a solid bullish candle, and importantly, it closed above $113,200. That's the critical daily level I highlighted in yesterday's video. I said if Bitcoin can close above this level on any daily chart, then I'd turn very optimistic about the next move. Now the question is, can I still stay bullish? And for those who are bullish, what key levels do we need to pay attention to? If Bitcoin breaks this trend line, can we reasonably expect it to go on and make a new all-time high? First, let's be clear why Bitcoin is bouncing here. Price already pulled back into the average cost zone of nearly 2 months of consolidation. If there was no reaction at this level, we'd probably be talking about a total breakdown. But instead, Bitcoin held that zone and bounced from the 0.618 retracement. So now we need to ask, where do the bears agree on resistance? The answer is the downtrend line. That's what everyone, bulls and bears alike, are watching. For the bulls, there's good news. This move has been way more decisive than the last one. Back then, Bitcoin consolidated for 2 weeks before breaking out. This time, just 2 days of consolidation and then a sharp V-shaped bounce straight through the previous high. Remember what I said before? Maybe this zone was actually a golden pit, a fake breakdown that nobody expected, and then a strong rebound. So now, here's what we need to watch. The current resistance is the downtrend line. Trend lines shift with time, but as of today, that resistance is around $115,500.
Here's what I think. The first touch of that line should trigger some consolidation. If you're holding longs, watch carefully. The real breakout signal would be a daily bullish candle that not only breaks the trend line, but also clears the previous high at $117,950. That's when the next explosive rally begins. But don't expect that signal to happen right away. Last time Bitcoin reached this area, it really struggled. So yeah, the first test may reject down to around $111,600. If we see a pullback and then a breakout, that's still a bullish setup. And if we get a narrow consolidation under the trend line, then a breakout, that's a trade I'd personally chase. Looking at the bigger picture, this rebound isn't just about retesting old highs. With the structure forming here, Bitcoin could actually be working on a large W bottom. If the second leg of that W is higher than the first, it's even more reliable than a head and shoulders bottom. From that projection, the target could be around $127,000. And if you use the old Head & Shoulders measurement, you'd get close to $128,000. So yeah, whether it's 127K or 128K, we're basically talking new all-time highs. Now, personally, if I see Bitcoin making new highs, I'll lock in at least 70% profits. Because historically, whenever Bitcoin or even US equities make new highs during a rate cut cycle, they tend to pull back hard afterwards. Now let's move on to Ethereum. On the ETH BTC pair, we saw a reaction right at the 0.618 retracement. Right now, Ethereum is pressing against a trend line. I think this consolidation could be leading to a breakout. The key confirmation? A break above the previous high around 0.03740 on the ETH/BTC chart. The key confirmation? A break above the previous high around 0.03740 on the Ethereum/Bitcoin chart. Switching to Ethereum and USD. Price is now around $4,160. Ethereum dips back toward the trendline support, say around 4,130 to 4,150. That would be a healthy retest. Because eventually, whether or not Ethereum later corrects, it's very likely to test that trendline resistance. And if Bitcoin makes a run at new highs, I believe Ethereum will also make another push higher. Tried guys, that's it for today's update. Bitcoin is testing the downtrend line near $115,500, and the key breakout trigger remains $117,950. Ethereum is facing resistance at $4,260, but a pullback could set up the next move higher. Stay patient, watch the key levels, and don't get shaken out by short-term volatility. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to Crypto Serious and follow me on Twitter for more real-time updates. Catch you in the next one.